Hello and welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Alex and this is Emma.
And today we want to show you why Croatia is the perfect road trip destination. This series is the story of our journey to full-time travel. Our story began in May 2015 on a trip around Europe with our friend Micah, helping with photos for a job he was doing. It was also this trip where we decided to start our YouTube channel, filming for the first time. Hi guys, we are currently in horrendous rain, disgusting grey weather, crossing the border from Hungary to Croatia.
We are all feeling pretty rough, all six of us, and we all feel really guilty. We don't really know why. Last night escalated horribly.
Yeah, very quickly.
One of the craziest nights, unnecessarily crazy night.
20,000 years of evolution went out the window last night. Apparently we were turned into a caveman.
It kind of feels like it's raining today as punishment by God to say, you guys, what were you doing?
We spent our first night in Croatia near Split before continuing further south.
Now we're making our way down to Dubrovnik and the journey is unbelievable. We're stopping every 5 minutes because it's along the coast, and now we're just coming inland a tiny bit and these incredible mountains, like lagoony water. It's unbelievable.
Once you start editing the footage from a trip, you begin to notice how you use the same words to describe things again and again and again. And once you notice it, there's no one noticing it. We had no expectations for Croatia, as none of us had been there before, but it blew us all away. In our second day of driving, we continued down the coast, stopping in quaint towns and villages and taking in some breathtaking views from the roads. We continued heading south, stopping in the village of Ston.
It's a small Croatian village known for its fishing for clams and oysters. Yesterday we went to a restaurant where we tried them. Some liked them, some really did not like them. Simon just physically could not eat them. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It was hilarious. He must have tried to eat it about 20 times, spat it out, put it back in, spat it out, put it back in.
Oh my God. Swallow it, mate. Keep it down. That wasn't so bad, was it?
After a night in Ston, we continued on, making our way closer to Dubrovnik and stopping at some viewpoints along the way. We are in Croatia, in the middle of a photo shoot at the moment. We found this nice little cove, but it's this tiny little dirt track, as you can probably hear, to get down to it. So what Mike has asked us to do is kind of go up and go down so you can get some good shots of the car. And this is the view. Pretty amazing.
I'm so grateful that Emma was naturally good on camera straight away. So although the channel was my idea in the first place and kind of my baby, I was never ever comfortable on camera, and it took me years, and arguably I'm not even comfortable now.
We are currently about 20k, would you say?
About 20,
Yeah.
20k away
20k away from Dubrovnik. Sort of stopped somewhere along the way. The driving is absolutely amazing. The scenery is beautiful. It's sort of all you see the whole way along is just turquoise waters. So we decided to stop for a swim.
Yeah, we come down a crazy little dusty road to this really almost derelict beach. There's not many people here. It's clearly not very touristy. We just had a swim, catching some vitamin D, and just chilling, getting a few photos for the shoot, but mainly just having a relax before we head to Dubrovnik.
Before leaving, we gathered the local wildlife around for some entertainment.
Welcome to Hermit crab racing.
This one's got a snail on him. He's got a disadvantage. He's a handicap. Maybe we should.
He pays 2 to 1.
You can go in the...
Go! I guess
we're all going for this guy. I thought Conchi was going to do well. I picked him.
Yeah, he's went to sleep now. He's going to go all the way.
Yeah.
No,
just turn around!
This is my guy! This is my guy!
Go! Come on! He's got it.
Yeah.
Well what a showman! What a showman!
Now he's going to do a dive. He's going to do a dive.
Finish. Well played.
We then made it to Dubrovnik, the furthest point south on our trip.
We're currently just sat outside the old city walls. It's absolutely amazing. So as you cross over the bridge into the old city, it's like you've gone back in time, which I suppose is why they, I believe, filmed Game of Thrones here. The only downside is it is full of tourists. They are everywhere. If you came here on a day when it was quiet, it would be absolutely amazing, but it does kind of ruin it a little bit when there's just people everywhere.
I know, the irony of travel bloggers complaining about tourists. Well, actually any tourists complaining about tourists.
To be fair though, who goes, I just bloody love tourists. The Colosseum was great in Rome, but not enough tourists. Leave in the comments, are you someone that complains about tourists or there's not enough for you?
As beautiful as Dubrovnik was, we wanted to find a quieter way to enjoy it, so we headed up to a nearby viewpoint overlooking the city.
Wow.
All I have to say is wow. This is the most ridiculous view I think I've ever seen.
The view is just unbelievable. This is the way to see Dubrovnik. Up here, there's no one around, it's just us. We can just enjoy this ridiculous view. To get up to this point as well, you can either take the cable car up to the Imperial Castle, or you can drive. We've driven up here, and if you can get a car yourself, the freedom is just unbelievable. We can stay here as long as we want, and we will.
I imagine you can hike up here, but it is a very high hill, so just beware, bring lots of water, be prepared. It is a long trek.
If you're English and you're like me, you will burn.
The photos from this part of the trip went on to be used by a number of well-known brands and publications, which ended up really helping us further down the road on our journey to full-time travel. Yes, I know, we've said this 1,000 times. This is my favourite food. This is the best sunset I've ever seen. This is my favourite place. But to be fair, recency bias is a thing.
So when we started the channel, we started off strong with these exaggerations. We're British, we love an exaggeration.
I think this is the best view we've ever seen. We may have said that earlier, but we stand corrected.
Unbelievable. Every turn is something new and amazing. And now we've taken this long route through the mountains where there's possibly bears. The landscape is just unbelievable.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And this film will not even do it justice. I just hope it kind of shows a little bit of how nice it is.
The only thing that will top this off is seeing a bear.
Let's see a bear. Let's go find one.
We were the kings of cringe back then. Going back through this footage is like bringing a lot of smiles and laughter, but so much cringing.
Slovenia. Slovenia. Anyway.
So welcome to Slovenia.
We're currently by Lake Bled, and it's all right.
Yeah,
not too shabby.
Not too shabby. You've got snow-capped mountains, this ridiculously turquoise blue lake, and a church
on an island.
On an island in the middle of a river. What more could you want?
Lake, not river.
Once in Slovenia, we thought we'd check our guidebook for what there was to do in the area.
From Dubrovnik and few places in Europe offer better rafting, paragliding or canyoning at such affordable prices.
There was so much to see and do, but instead we did what we did best: silliness.
Okay, so welcome now to the Slovenian forest. Here we are looking for the de-evolved man. No one has seen this man for over 5,000 years. We have been looking for him since the dawn of time. We know the missing link is out there. Have you seen him? I haven't seen him. Well, we're gonna look, so join me. It's very rare you see a Neanderthal man this close in the wild. It's not been seen for 5,000 years.
Our time together as a group was coming to an end, so we got dressed up all fancy, had some farewell drinks, and Simon made us some homemade pizza.
And then it's always good to add a bit of my old friend. And they call that rapeseed oil. And we have seen lots of rapeseed plants on this trip, so this is fine. Let's make it into an oven and this will melt gently.
And to the other corner. In other news, blink your eyes a few times. Yeah, real flirty.
After 3 weeks of travel as a group of 6, we were now 4 with just 1 week left before heading home. Saying goodbye is definitely one of the hard parts of traveling full-time in this kind of lifestyle, because you get to meet so many amazing, incredible people while you're on the road and all these great personalities, but it never lasts that long.
Yeah, maintaining friendships as full-time travelers is something that's extremely difficult to do. But then, to be fair, we're in our 30s, so lots of people we know are starting families, so maybe it's not so different to the real world.
Yeah, it's true.
Basically, all we're trying to say is that you guys are our only friends. And real friends would leave a like on the video.
Nice.
They would leave a comment, and they'd probably even support our patrons.
Smooth segue there. So yeah, do all the things it says. Like, comment, subscribe. And thank you guys very much for watching.
Are you taking over?
You'll see them next time. And
what are you doing? Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time, and beans out!
But I haven't exactly done washing up using water from that lake.
From this lake here.